All right, the live stream is underway, just started. So if y'all want to hop on to, I'll send a link to this, a link sticker on YouTube or Facebook. If you want to like support me, My Thoughts Live, it's Money Matters Monday. Thanks. All right, the live stream is underway, just started. So if y'all want to All righty. Welcome back again. Well, I'm saying welcome to no one because no one's here on time for the live stream again. But it's all good. It's all goody. It's our second live stream. For those of you who are going to be watching this that aren't live, because there's no one here right now, my name is Joel Petgrave. And whole idea of this channel, live stream, podcast, whatever you want to call it, is the title is called My Thoughts Live. And the idea is, kind of sharing my thoughts on different topics live, as the name suggests. And so each day of the week, I'm stream from Sunday to Friday. Most Sunday through Thursday is around 6:30 Eastern time. On Fridays, it's 1 p.m. Eastern time. And each day, those 6 days, there's a different kind of like sub theme for that day. So yesterday, Sunday, was Social Issue Sunday. Today is Money Matters Monday. And so we're going to be talking about money. Obviously, Social Issue Sunday is talking about different social issues and hot topics and stuff like that. On Wednesday is Wild Card Wednesday. No, I forgot Tuesday. Oh my goodness. On Tuesday is Tabernacle Tuesdays, where we talk about church, religion, and that type of stuff. On Wednesday is Wild Card Wednesday, where we discuss, as the name suggests, pretty much anything. It's pretty much a slot for, we could talk about something from one of the other categories, or it could be something that's not related to any of the categories. So it's kind of like a wild card, as the name suggests. Thursdays is this or I actually need to stop making these tongue twisters. This or that Thursday, where we're kind of putting two different ideologies against each other. It could be liberalism versus conservatism, different philosophies, and kind of comparing them versus to and see which one, how they stand against or stack against each other. And on Friday is Family Fridays, where we talk about relationships, children, parenting, all that good stuff. So, if any of those topics sound interesting to you, you could pick which day you want to hop in. Maybe you just want to hear about the money stuff. Maybe you just want to hear about the religious stuff. Maybe you just want to hear about family stuff, or maybe you just want all of it. Hey, your choice. I love options. I'm a guy who really loves his options. Buffets are some of my favorite place to eat, if that says anything. So yeah, feel free to subscribe, get your notifications so you know when we're going live. And also another thing I wanted to stress about this channel is that I want to make this. I very plan to make this very, very interactive. I plan to have guests on eventually. I plan to actually set up a website for this channel where, yeah, if there's a topic you want me to speak on, you could submit your topic and the community could vote on it. So, yeah, I definitely want this to be a community based channel. You know, it's called YouTube after all, and I mean it's also being streamed on Facebook, but we definitely want your input involved, and definitely if you're coming in, what your comments in the chat. I don't even have that out. Let me pull the chat up. I mean, no one's here. I'm talking to myself right now, but show must go on, right? All right. So what are we talking about today? What is the topic for today? Well, if you saw the little thumbnail, or clicked on the little thumbnail, or saw the little intro video, um, it's loophole economy. But what is the loophole economy though? Like, you know, what is that? Like, what are you talking about? And to kind of put it in, I guess its simplest form, the loophole economy, I would say, is a combination of the gig economy, uh, the gig economy, sprinkle a little bit of AI, sprinkle a little side hustle culture, and it's kind of like the idea that we're finding ways to make money through various either loopholes or exploits in some sort of system or hack. And that's the whole idea of the loophole economy, or what I mean when I say the loophole economy. And so I know if it's just me, but um, I've just been flooded with ads about how you can make money on chat gpt, or how to use like Facebook or Pinterest or YouTube or Amazon or some sort of like hack to make extra cash, make a side hustle, or even replace your day job and make millions. And so today I want to go over what my thoughts are on the loophole economy. Now, I should have mentioned this at the start, but there is a tornado watch in my area. So if you see me bolting out of here, that's probably why, because I don't think this house is I don't think it would send a tornado. So my neighbor over there has a proper area like tornado shelter at her house. So also there's also my dad has a shop over there as well. But yeah, so if you see me bolt out, that's kind of why. All right. So back to the loophole economy. Sorry, I didn't have my water today. Yesterday, I was live streaming. I didn't have my water, and yeah, my throat was getting pretty dry. So definitely gonna stay hydrated today. So so to kind of like spill the beans, or I don't have as much notes on this that I do a lot of other topics. This was actually more a newer topic that happened to my head. I probably should have pushed it back, but I already scheduled it. I already made the thumbnail, so we're rolling with it. We might do a part two, um, maybe in next week. But my philosophy or my thoughts on the loophole economy is I don't think I'm not really impressed by it, nor am I don't think it's a good thing for in general. And don't get me wrong, I'm all about making I have nothing against side hustles. I have nothing against gig jobs or anything like that. It's just that, well, there's four issues I think I think with the gig economy. And let me just go over it one more time just to make sure we're all on the same page. So the loophole economy is kind of like any sort of the promotion and the propagation of like loop making money through loopholes, whether it be um I'll give you some examples. Stuff like kind of like YouTube automation, where you're not making your own videos, you're making someone else's videos and stuff like that. Um, or some people find some hacks to like make Chat GPT write an entire book and put it on Amazon. These are kind of like what I call like hacks, and I'm not here to again discourage anybody from making money or any of those things. I think for me, the part I have a problem with is the economy part. It's fine if these things are here and there, and or maybe you're just doing it just to make ends meet or for a short period of time. But the idea of this becoming like I guess a main staple in our economic endeavors, to me, has a couple problems. I think about four problems, if I'm not mistaken. I have some notes here. And so the first problem for me is kind of the promotion of a lot of these sorts of jobs and side hustles or gigs, so to speak. And to me, they a lot of the promotion of them come across as misleading. So, and I guess a lot of people's been going back and forth between what's clickbait, what's not clickbait. Everything is clickbait, or clickbait could be done right, or there's no good clickbait. We could hash that out. But I feel like this particular subset of content is, it's particularly misleading because a lot of the subtitle, and I was gonna do like a little compilation video, but I didn't have time. And two, I think it worked out to be better because I don't want to use people. I don't want to pick on any like one creator or anything like that. Um, so yeah, like if you look at a lot of the thumbnails, the titles, it's like how you can make uh $500 a day using this like Pinterest, using Google Maps, using Facebook, looking Twitter, looking all sorts of things. Or you could replace your income with this hack, with that hack. And I think the way how it's presented in a lot of these videos, it's kind of unrealistic, because they're probably basing that information maybe on maybe one or two people's small experiences. And one of the things you have to understand with any sort of industry is that any sort of industry or any sort of labor force, what usually tends to happen, there's a small number of people that make a lot of the money, and everyone else is pretty much grasping for crumbs. So, um, yeah, so when they say, "Oh, you can make all this money," or you could and also just the amount they're talking about, like they usually emphasize the max on like a super special good day where all the stars aligning as what you could make on a day to day. And yeah, I just find that a little bit misleading. And the second thing is, a lot of the people promoting these hacks and gigs, they don't actually do it themselves, which makes you wonder if these gigs, these hacks, these side hustles are so amazing, so awesome. Why why do they need why are they why they're not why they're spending time, because YouTube videos take a lot of time, despite what a lot of people think. They're not, even if they don't have the highest production quality, it takes a lot of time and effort, just to do a YouTube video, to do a podcast, to do even shorts. You'll be surprised how long it takes you to shoot just one short. or a TikTok or something like that. So why would they be wasting their time, creating all this content on all these side gigs? And if they make so much money and all the money that they say they do, why aren't they doing them? It just makes you wonder. And obviously you could do two things at once, but I feel like overall it's just a little bit misleading. So the second thing, the issue with uh another issue I have is it kind of has like what I would say like almost like a self-fulfilling pyramid scheme kind of mechanism built into how a lot of these hacks work and people's responses to them. Because think about this. Usually these are things that aren't considered mainstream ways of making money, right? They're kind of like these niche things that are, and they're usually I forgot to mention this in the other part of it being misleading. It's not only the money, how much money you make is the misleading part, but also the how easy it is to make it. I think they're very misleading with that. But another issue I have is going back to that pyramid scheme. I'm not saying it is a pyramid scheme, but it almost acts like one in practice, because what tends to happen is one person finds about it. Probably the first 5 to 10 people that find out about it, they make a lot of money from it, and that's how people get a. It creates buzz, and it starts to spread, and people become more aware of it. But as more people become more aware of it, either it's, how do I put it now? It becomes harder, and the field or the niche becomes either more competitive, or depending on what type of hack or trick they're using to generate this money. Sometimes what would happen is a company or a legitimate company um, will kind of step into the field and outcompete all the smaller people, right? Or a company, if it's something that is, for example, let's say it's like something that it's exploiting YouTube or something like that. YouTube might change their algorithms to prevent people from, or they might create something where they can collect the revenue and you can't. So that's like plugging the hack or the loophole, so to speak, so that you can't make money anymore. So what tends to happen is the initial people who hear about it first make money, but as more and more people get into it, it gets more crowded, and it becomes harder and harder to make money in that field, and kind of creates like a pyramid scheme. So um, the other issue I have with it is I feel like because because of how these things are being pushed, and I don't want to use the word marketed, but being presented by a lot of these creators, content creators, um, it's and they make it seem like this is something easy and something anyone could do. And this is not something, this is not an area you want to be in for like long periods of your work history. You don't want to do something that is anyone could do, because these are the types of jobs, these are the types of stuff that gets automated. These are the type of the stuff that AI is killing. I find it kind of ironic, because a lot of these hacks are being promoted with AIs, like, oh, look how to make $500 on Chat GPT, or buy my 100 prompts of GPT, whatever. And when you think about it, if AI is making it so easy, then why would someone pay you to do it if they could just buy the AI themselves? You know what I'm saying? So in a weird twist of irony, you're kind of using AI, but the way how we're using AI is actually getting you replaced by that same AI you're using. If that makes any sense. So um I think, yeah, it just allows you to it doesn't put you in a very, what I would say, a prime marketable position when it comes to labor. And like I said, I'm not against AI. I have a couple live streams on the channel that I'll be doing on AI, and I just think the way how we use it and go about it is, could be kind of harmful in the long run. Which kind of brings me to the next thing is that it kind of neglects a lot of these like hacks and loophole type stuff. Kind of neglects like building actual skill, because at the end of the day, in the labor market, the 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 way to increase how much money you can make is not just by how many side hustles or whatever secret sauce you could find. The way to increase your value in the job market is to develop a skill, right? To do something that other people can't, or to do something at a level people can't, right? Or to do something so unique that it can't be imitated. I think that's truly, how you build long-term wealth, instead of trying to, find the next secret, or um and like, even with a lot of people have been doing, like, oh, the easiest way to make money is just start online courses. But like, if you don't have the skill for teaching, how good is your course going to be? A lot, I mean, and like I said, you can make money doing courses, but for me, I think time rewards skill and mastery, right? The economy definitely rewards those who are like the most skilled, and who are like masters of their craft. And I think it's also like a deeper reflection of society, because when you think about it, like, a lot of people, they might not say it outrightly, but a lot of people, I think a lot of people believe they don't have a skill. And I think part of what drives that is a lot of like Instagram, not just Instagram, but social media in general, where we see these people doing these amazing things, and we have like media and entertainment 24/7, and we see all these high performing people doing these amazing things online, and I think we kind of internalize that and think like, oh, I'm not really that good, or I'm not that professional. And keep in mind, it's very easy to make yourself look good online. So in our minds, we think, oh, they're so perfect, or they're so good at this, they're so good at that. But what they don't show is all the other struggles and stuff that they take to get there. So we kind of develop this like sort of comparison mindset, where we feel like we don't have no skills, or we don't have anything that could give us a competitive edge, and so we rely on and I think this is why a lot of like courses and seminars or online gurus are like popping up as of late, because I think people are kind of, they feel like they're inadequate, or they feel like they're just average, or they feel like they don't have anything special to contribute. So they're trying to outsource it. They're trying to find that special sauce, or that secret, or that play. They're trying to find something that they think will give them the edge, when in truth, I think everyone has a skill. And actually, I just want to actually just stay on that for a minute, because I think a lot of people don't understand what a skill is. And this is my opinion. Name of the channel, My Thoughts Live. This is what how I would define a skill. A skill is anything that you do that makes someone consistently smile. Anything that you do that causes someone to consistently smile. That's what I think a skill is. It's not some special superhuman ability, or some special talent that you think you have to be like. If you could do something consistently to make someone smile on demand, so I'll add that part to it. So if you could make somebody smile consistently, and you could do it on demand at will, then you have a skill. And one of the obvious analogies to that would be a comedian, right? He literally makes someone laugh. If you consistently literally make somebody laugh or smile, and you can do it on demand, you have the skill of the comedian. if you can consistently make someone smile by your moves on a basketball court or on a football field, you have the skill of an athlete. If you can consistently make someone smile, you know, with your voice or with your words, you have the skill of a singer or an artist, right? If you can consistently make someone smile, with your cooking, you have the skills of a chef. So I think when you look at skills in that light, I think it kind of shows you that like everyone kind of has a skill. You know, they're just stop and think. Stop and think for a moment. What like a lot of times we think it's something you get in school. It's something you have to be either born with or something that has to be like I would say like like Grammy worthy or Oscar worthy or Olympics worthy. Like you don't it doesn't have to be that bodacious or that grandiose, so to speak, right? It could be something, that all it has to do, if you can consistently make someone smile, you have a skill. And so I would say instead of just, trying to all these loopholes, these hacks, these gigs, these hustles, instead of trying to just stack up on these or making this your main way of making money or getting through and I understand stuff is hard, things are hard, inflation's high, you need to make money. I'm not against side gigs, but what I'm referring to as don't make these things your main way, your main means to further yourself or increase your income. I think you need to develop a skill. You do that by, asking your friends, asking your parents, asking your siblings. Hey, ask even some of your enemies. What do you do to consistently make someone smile? Right? And once you figure that out, you hone that skill, you sharpen it, you perfect it, you improve upon it, you make it your own, and then by once you learn this skill, because and let me be honest, you don't need just skill. You need actually a know of how to market that skill, how to monetize it, find out how to monetize it. That would be the next step. So once you now that you have the skill, now that you've honed it, once you have perfected it, read books on business, read books on entrepreneurship, read books on networking, read books on communication. I think a lot of people really sleep on how effective communication, how communication can like change your financial situation. A lot of times we think about communication is just about public speaking and being on stage and all. No, communication can change, you know, can literally change your life financially. So I would say read a lot of books on communication. I would say read up on human psychology, human behavior, and then you could start taking your skill, combining with these other things, with sales, marketing, communication, networking, and then you could come up and develop with your own unique way of selling and monetizing that skill. I think that's a better investment for your time. And I think that's a better investment, for the long run, like economically. So I think that's all I had in my notes. So today's gonna be kind of like a short one today. But that is my thoughts on the loophole economy. I hope it made sense today. Um if what do you think? Leave your a like in the chat, and say, hey, do you agree? Do you disagree? What are your thoughts? Let me know. So, yeah, don't think I have anything to say. And like I said, it is a tornado warning going on, so I'm gonna clock out a little early just in case I have to dip out of here. But until next time, catch you on the flip.